Hey folks, thanks for clicking on the video. Today we're looking at the Knafs Large Lulu. The Large Lulu is a USA-made fixed blade crafted by the true knife artisans at LT Wright in Ohio and designed by one of the knife industry's most beloved characters, Ben Peterson of Knafs. LT Wright and Ben Peterson are both people in the industry who I admire, and to have them collaborate to produce a knife is a dream come true. The Knafs Large Lulu has a blade of A2 tool steel with full tang, and micarta handle with G10 liners and pinned construction. Overall length of the knife is 8.5 inches. The blade length is about 4 inches with a 3.9 inch cutting edge. The stock thickness is about 140 thousandths of an inch. The blade width is about 1.25 inches. The handle length is about 4.5 inches. The handle width is about 1.25 inches. And the handle thickness is about 0.9 inches. The Large Lulu comes with a Kydex sheath. The sheath weighs about 2.6 ounces, and the knife weighs about 7.2 ounces. So together, they weigh about 9.8 ounces. Fitment is really good. The knife fits well into the Kydex sheath. The sheaths are made in-house for each knife individually. Here's a comparison of the Large Lulu up against the Becker BK16 from K-Bar. And here is a comparison up against the LT Wright Outback. I've never tested A2 tool steel for wear resistance before, so I wanted to get some data from it with my sisal rope edge retention testing. A2 tool steel is supposed to be tougher than D2 with slightly less wear resistance, edge retention. Its good toughness usually makes it a frequent choice for combat knives. Out of the box, the stock edge got 200 cuts of the sisal rope before it would no longer reliably slice a held sheet of paper, which is pretty good. After my stock edge test, I resharpened it on my KME system to 18 degrees per side with the same sharpening and stropping progression that I usually use. Just my standard 18 degree mirror polished edge. Now we are testing the KME sharpened edge. The large Lulu with my standard 18-degree mirror polished edge cut 275 times into the sisal rope before it would no longer slice a held sheet of paper. I think a few things are going on here. This knife is ground very thin. It comes to a very thin edge, so the geometry is very good. And I think A2, on top of being pretty good stuff, this specimen of A2 itself is done very well. I think LT Wright really knows what they're doing with A2. So the Knafs Large Lulu is not only a well-performing cutter, it's also a very thoughtfully designed camp knife. Here we are testing some feather sticking. I think Ben Peterson's purpose for building this knife was to have a knife that was purpose-built for camp purposes, something that you could have on your hip at camp for processing wood to food prep, sort of an all-purpose camp knife. Ben also intended this knife to be used hard at camp, processing wood, likely batoning, things like that. So I wanted to test it for batoning. After being driven into wood with this hammer for a while, it was still slicing paper. There was no glinting of the edge. It came out strong. Another purpose of the large Lulu would be as a fire starter. LT Wright is known for making knives with crisp spines. LT Wright's pretty popular in the bushcrafting community, so people want their knives to be able to have these crisp spines for striking ferro rods. The large Lulu has that, and it really will send sparks flying. Overall, the large Lulu is a really cool knife, one that I highly recommend to anyone who likes Knafs or LT Wright. If you like them both, even better. You got to have this thing, man. As I am filming this, there has recently been a drop, a second run of the large Lulu, and they are now available at the Knafs website. I highly recommend you go check it out. I'll leave a link in at the bottom of the video here. Once again, highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been fun. See you in the next one.